Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Welcome back. We're going to learn a lot today, and this is about your health. And the thing we're going to discuss today can purify your water, help you with challenges with allergies, liver, kidney problems. It can also serve as jewelry. It can also be a part of energy healing and address that part of you. I'm amazed. I've never heard of this. She's going to bring it to light. And no surprise there because she's somebody that practices so many different things. Doctor of naturopathy, certified body talk trainer and practitioner, certified nutritional counselor, and she's also a master herbalist. And this is all in her wheelhouse. Dr. Jacquilen Tomas Ali is back with us. How are you doing today?
Hi, how are you, Steve? How's it going?
Really good, really good. We get together,
Great.
we learn stuff from you. I'm not even
Oh,
sure
thank you.
today if I'm going to be even saying this right, but is it Shungite?
Yes, that's exactly right. You're doing an excellent job. Yes, you said it correctly. Yes, Shungite.
Why have I
Yes.
never heard of this thing called Shungite?
Well, let me let me briefly share with you how I learned about it.
Sure.
Um, when I was studying the body talk system, it would come up several times that I needed to improve the quality of the water that I was drinking. I was drinking enough, but the quality within the house wasn't that great. So I had a remote osmosis system installed, which was fine. Then I said, okay, that I'm thinking that was it. But then I started my practice, and the place where I first practiced, there was a gentleman there who had his own internet service, his own remote, and on a remote system or I forget how you would word this, but his own remote um,
Login?
item. Say
Oh,
that
okay.
again?
A login? No, maybe I'm wrong.
No, no, the object itself, because this was years ago, so the way things are now were very different back then. Anyway, he had this um, uh, 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 internet login apparatus on his desk, and on top of the desk, I mean, on top of the apparatus was this pyramid-shaped object. So, I asked him about it, and he says, "Oh, that's Shungite." And he started telling me all of the things that it does in terms of the environment and energy and how he put it there because of what's emitted when we are exposed to certain um, energy frequencies from the internet. And I'm like,
Ah.
okay. And so
Mm.
at that time, I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever works for him. And but then later on, couple of years after that, I began hearing about Shungite more and more. And I said, you know what? I need to really, truly investigate and research what Shungite is all about. Yes, I see how he uses it on his apparatus, but it's got to be able to do other things.
Mm.
And that's when I found out and learned about it.
Wow. So I believe you're talking about EMF, electromagnetic
Yes,
radiation
yes,
that comes from our different devices. And they even say most of us use our phone as a clock or an alarm.
yes.
They say you should shut off your Wi-Fi in your home. Get your phone, shut your phone off. Don't sleep with it next to you because it's emitting different types of radiation. Do we know the effects of it? No, cell phones are only, 20 years. They've been around
Yeah,
ish.
yeah.
Um, I want to go back to the first thing you said here. that your body told you that the water you were consuming wasn't as pure as it should be. Your body
Correct.
told you that. Yeah,
Yes.
pretty amazing. And I mean, you are a certified body talk trainer and practitioner,
Yes.
but short of that, the body tells you what it needs. Even
Yes.
if you didn't do body talk, right? If you just
Hmm.
listen to the signs, the symptoms that are coming from your body, it's going, hello, I got a problem. You're not doing what I need. Yeah,
Yes.
listen
That's
to me
what, yes. Yes. Yes.
because I'm going to
Yes.
turn this into sickness and potentially disease. You need to listen. I'm your body. Hello, I'm over here. We don't.
Yes.
Funny, ironically, we're so busy with our phones and life in general. We don't listen.
And if many times if we do listen, we don't want to really do things differently
Yeah.
in terms of lifestyle. We just want, just give us that magic bullet, that magic
Yeah. The
potion.
the magic pill that you get from the doctor, which is only going to take care of the symptoms and not get to the root cause. And now you're potentially stuck on that for the rest of your life. And if you just dug a little bit deeper or talk to somebody like yourself that practices a more holistic approach to health and wellness, you wouldn't have to be ingesting those chemicals. Just saying.
And know that every medication, and this is documented, so it's not my personal opinion.
Hmm.
Every medication has side effects because it's chemicals.
Yeah.
So a person may be believing that they are addressing what's going on, but then later on, there will be some other things that will come up, and it's a matter of, so how are you going to address these? Where did they come from? And many times people, they don't want to really dig deep. But that's uh, I'm careful about how I share and talk about medications, even though I worked in the pharmaceutical industry for a number of years, and not just on the sidelines, but directly in there to see certain things. I'm still careful because of the amount of financial power that they have in the United States. And so I want to be able to not have to deal with any major pushback, but be able to handle what I need to handle. And it's really based on what the person themselves wants to do. Because one thing I don't do is I don't talk people into doing or not doing. It
Hmm.
truly has to resonate within themselves, within their heart, to want to look at things differently. And that's one of the key ways that I was led and introduced to the Shungite stone.
Hmm. You know, knowledge is power. We can provide the
Yes.
information. You can make everybody here can make their own determination.
Exactly.
Personally,
Exactly.
I don't take anything unless I absolutely need to. And that even goes for Tylenol. I'll
Uh-huh.
tough it out a little bit longer unless I absolutely need to, because I don't need, nothing wrong with it, but why? Unless you really need to go natural. Shungite, where is that found? Oh,
No,
the earth,
that's a good
the earth,
question.
the ground. So let's go there. What is this thing Shungite that we're talking about?
Shungite is a stone that was initially and primarily um, mined in Russia and also Australia, India, and the Congo. Mostly Russia, because where it was mined, it was found in I guess, like a lake or something that really had a lot of, of pollution, and
Hmm.
that stone was really clearing it out. And then through the years, other countries was able to realize that they have the stone in their area. Even in the US, you can They have Shungite mines in Michigan
Wow.
and in South America in Colombia. So it's been around for a while in terms of our understanding, but in terms of it being on the planet, I've read some places where it's been around at least a couple of billion with a B, billion years, but that's open for discussion and further research if a
Yeah.
person really wants to go that route.
It's been around a lot longer than big pharma, but anyway. Um, so initially, this started with you and water purification. Is that where the Shungite journey for you started?
For me using it,
Okay.
yes,
Hmm.
yes, yes. My first introduction to it was with a work colleague who had it on his internet modem. That's when I
Ah,
first learned about it. And he shared some things as to how it was helping the modem or helping and all of that. And
wow.
then he even said some things about water, but I really wasn't paying that attention because my focus was getting my practice started, talking about body talk
Hmm.
and all of those. And I said, you know what? If I need more info, I can go to him and get it.
Wow.
And then as I practiced and studied body talk, because when you study it, we had to practice on each other. That's when it came up about water and how my body was getting enough, but the quality wasn't good. And then I remembered
Mm.
the information about the Shungite stone.
So what exactly is it?
It's a carbon-based material of made up of decayed organic substances that are have been in this earth planet over years. There's two types of shungite. There is the classic shungite, which is about 30% carbon because shungite as a stone is carbon based. And the classic shungite is about 30% carbon, and its coloring is kind of like a rough black color. And the other kind is Noble Elite, which is 98% carbon, and it is a very shiny black color. In fact, I have some right here, and I don't know if you can pick it up
Yeah,
or see it.
I totally can see it. That's the shiny one, right?
Yes, this is the shiny one. Yes.
Is that noble?
Noble Elite,
Okay.
yes. And I have this in little pouch in a pouch because I keep it right by my laptop, knowing that it will help in terms of the frequencies that are emitted from the from my laptop because I'm on it a lot. So I'm like, what the heck? Let me just put it there, and that's what I did.
Wow. So it seems reasonable to think that shungite has filtering properties in general.
Not only filtering properties, but it has a way of adding the appropriate or clearing the appropriate the with the carbon that's in it that it's made of. It has a way of filtering and purifying our water and our drinking water, it usually takes anywhere from 24 to 48 hours when the water is in a glass container, either glass or metal container with some stones in the bottom of that container.
Hmm. So you would just put, let's say it's water you want to purify. You would just have a container, pick anything, whatever it is. Um, you put the shungite in there. It's not like you
Yes.
have to run the water through the shungite to filter and
No.
heat it. It just absorbs all the, I guess, impurities in the water.
It does its magic.
Wow.
How whether it's absorbing or transmuting, to be honest with you, I'm not a chemist, so I'm not really sure of the chemical process other than the fact that it raises the pH level to a very high alkaline level, which our body enjoys and really works with. So I have two large glass containers in my kitchen that has a nozzle on it, the kind that you would get when you're having going to arrange a picnic and you have these containers that you put juice in so that people can just open it up and fill their
Mm,
glass. So I lined the bottom with the Noble Elite Shungite, and I fill the container up. The container itself, each one is about maybe a gallon, and that's the water that I not only drink from, but I use it when I am heating water for tea or something that I'm going to cook and use that water.
you're gonna think I'm just making this up. I'm
Hmm.
not even kidding. That container that you described,
Yes.
I was gonna go on Amazon today and buy one because I
Ah,
had one back in the day. I can't find it. And the reason is I want to put water in it and fruit. Somebody, a spa told me, somebody that works at a spa, that they take fruit, fresh fruit, they'll take lemons,
yes.
limes, all of that. They'll cut
Yes.
them up, then they'll
Yes.
freeze them. So now they always have them available. And
Yes.
when you put it in there, now it makes it colder. And then you have
Yes.
that citrus flavor to it. But now,
Yes.
and so simple, put it on the counter. But now let's go one step further, add shungite to it. And now you'll have something that's pure without even
Yes.
filtering the water.
Exactly,
Wow.
exactly. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know anything about shungite in the water with the fruit.
Right.
So there might be some things about it that I'm not
Yeah, it
sure
might
about.
change the properties, but definitely worth
Yeah.
checking into.
And what I did to really understand the pH, because that's the thing, it's
Mhm.
changing the water from being acidic to alkaline, was that I got some pH paper and put it in the water, in my drinking water, before I drank it. And the pH was about maybe 7 point something, and have read so much about having higher pH. Put the water in the container with the shungite for a couple of days, retested the pH, and the pH was up to 9.5.
Wow.
And I'm like, yes. So I'm not sure what it would do with the fruit, but it might be something worth investigating.
For sure. And now we talked before at the start that shungite can help with allergies, kidney, maybe liver problems, sore throats,
Yes.
things like that. How is that working?
As far as my personal experiences, the fact that that's the only water that I use, I don't have any problems with allergies or sore throat, asthma, arthritis, liver problems. I don't have those problems. But understand and know that I've been drinking this water for many, many, many years. So if a person is just starting out and they are looking to upgrade or have these qualities improve, then I would suggest being patient and allowing the body to transmute and absorb and help it to heal in the way that it needs to, um, the way that it can in its best, under its best scenarios. Does that
Hmm.
make sense?
Yeah. But
Okay.
it speaks volumes for what could potentially be in the water that we drink, and that all we're doing is filtering it, and a lot of these physical ailments can potentially go away. What does that say? What are we drinking? Scary.
Well, it's with the idea that when water is cleaned in mass cleaned in terms of city, municipal, county, municipal, whatever system, they are going by what they can filter out that they know or would openly admit that there would be some health problems, from contamination or pollution. And
Mm.
so the idea is just clear out the pollutants that are in the water so that no one can say that the water is polluted. Anything above and beyond that, it's really up to the individual themselves to decide if they really truly want to go to the next step in using Shungite. And Shungite, there are many, because I didn't start off with Shungite. I have a reverse osmosis system and still do. But I turned it off but when I had it installed, it was expensive. And
Mm.
many times people don't want to go through and have to pay that expense. So it's a matter of being able to purchase these stones and then being able to purify and bring up the pH level at much lower cost.
And we're just about out of time. How do we find
Oh,
these? Yeah, it always happens. Um, how do we find them?
that's a great question. And I'm going to be honest with you. When I do my shopping there in terms of these, I I actually go to three to do comparison and quality, but I either get them from Amazon.com, Etsy, ETSY.com, or eBay,
Hmm.
EBAY.com.
And I,
Either
I
of
would
those
imagine,
three.
within the description there, you want to make sure that they are genuine because there's a lot going on around,
Oh,
out
yes,
there, and
yes,
just
yes.
want to take that
And
extra measure.
exactly. And if a person doesn't want to go through the water thing, that's fine. You can actually have jewelry that will help the body, that will help balance and heal certain things within the body, help to detoxify and remove negativity. So it's also just getting a bracelet or a necklace or a ring that would also be beneficial for the person.
Amazing. I would
Yes.
never even imagine that this one stone, if you will,
Hmm.
element, whatever, found in the ground can do so much. But not getting into it now, but seems like it works with energy because that's what's being emitted from your cell phone and devices
Pretty
and
much.
Wi-Fi. Talk about the chakras. There's energy there, and maybe it's
Yes.
what's in the water. There's energy
Yes.
within your water. Amazing. How do we find you? Somebody wants to learn more about this and anything that you've got going on to schedule an appointment. What do they do?
My website is earthlyessence.life, Life, earthlyessence.life.
You do so much. And I
Thank you.
that's just another aspect of you. Even talking about this today, whatever, I'm going to look into it. I have never even
Yeah,
heard of it.
yeah.
But we have to be concerned about our drinking water. Side note, I haven't consumed regular tap water, even though they say where we are here, where I am geographically, it
Mm-hmm.
tests pretty well. I have not had tap water in, I don't know, 30 years, 25. I don't even know.
I hear you.
It's filtered at least. Who knows if that's making a difference, through the filter in your refrigerator that you pay, for the cartridge or anything. But I just, I feel more comfortable with that. So Shungite is maybe an
And that's
extension.
fine. It's just some people may not be financially in the place
Sure.
to have that type of system. So if they want an alternative that
Yeah.
is more cost effective for them in their budget, Shungite is available for that.
Let me tell you, the indicator is on my refrigerator right now saying I need to change the filter, and it's been up for about a month. So I get you. I can get around to it. And it's like, I got to buy another one of those or a 2-pack or whatever. Um,
Okay, then
thank
you
you.
just do it works for you.
Well, buy Shungite. Thank you so much for today. Really appreciate
You are so
the
welcome.
insight. We'll talk soon. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank
Take
you. We'll
care.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.